The World War III trailer has released and the game has certainly gone through a pretty significant overhaul, but were the changes aimed in the right direction? I'm not so sure. Ladies and gentlemen, it's UncleSamsDevil. Let's get into this. World War III's trailer was pretty interesting to watch, and I did like a lot of what I saw. The clunky animations and movement system were two giant problems that have obviously been addressed and are without a doubt better than before. However, I'm a bit surprised by the way the game has trended with its development improvements. The game has been touted previously as a Battlefield killer and then a Battlefield alternative, but this update shows me that the devs have taken more of a Call of Duty Modern Warfare approach with some of the gameplay mechanics to especially include the movement system. What people have to understand is that the Battlefield and COD communities are still quite different entities, and walking a line between them or switching from leaning into Battlefield-style mechanics to leaning into Call of Duty-style mechanics can cause an identity issue and alienate the player base. This is definitely not something that I want to see happen. When I see the movement system shown in the trailer, my initial impression is that it's awesome. But then after thinking about it, why don't I just go play the game that World War III's improved movement system was inspired from, which is Modern Warfare 2019. Adopting successful mechanics is great, and it has always been part of an evolving gaming industry, and I think it can fit really well into World War III. But you have to be careful here, because now you're competing with two AAA juggernaut franchises, and just adopting some of their mechanics is not going to make for a successful game. The most important thing is what sets World War III apart from those games, not what it does to be like them. This is why people play games like Ground Branch and Zero Hour, because they go against the grain and make their own paths. My biggest worry with this game is that the devs may take their focus off of giving players the things they want that these AAA titles aren't offering, and substitute that for a cheap imitation of what makes the AAA titles successful. That would definitely be a recipe for disaster. This is not a video slamming the trailer or the developers for World War III. I do like what I have seen so far. This is a cautionary video, a reminder not to be distracted by the shiny AAA games that dominate the industry. The path to success for World War III has to be paved with decisions that create a new niche within the genre. There's a fork in the road going forward. There's cheap imitation, and there is innovation. One of these paths is much harder to travel than the other, and no one has set a precedent for it. Innovating is the path you make yourself. It takes an astounding amount of work, trial and error, and even failures. But in the end, the success that results from innovating long outlasts that of imitation. Where this title is at now is not relevant. I think the improvements and additions to the game are going to be well received. Where the game goes from here is very vital and will dictate its success. Right now, World War III has the attention of its audience for the second time, which is a phenomenal feat in itself. Most games don't get this sort of second chance. The real battle for Farm 51 will be to maintain that attention by creating a unique experience that cannot be found elsewhere. If they make one that can't be replicated, they'll turn the page on the entire genre. Going forward, we as players need to be shown the reasons that we should stick by World War III. I don't know what the future holds, but either way, it will be a learning experience and something that is great for the industry. People have wanted a solid indie competitor in this genre for years, and we haven't gotten one. This game holds a lot of potential to garner a player base and change people's perspectives on what this type of game should entail forever. At the end of the day, I'm cautious, but excited to see what World War III becomes in the future. I think the game is on a good path, but the path is riddled with temptations to abandon the initial vision behind the game that attracted its fanbase in the first place. Let's hope it doesn't fall victim to that fate. Ladies and gentlemen, it's UncleSamsDevil. I'll see you in the next one.